I got like that chip
How'd you get into Savannah State then?
going into my senior year. I had made it okay. So going into my senior year, I had got invited. My cousin got invited to this really big AAU team, and they had a second team, right? And during that time, I was just at the crib. I had no AAU team. I wasn't good like that, but I was when I was at home. I had an outside goal. I was working. I didn't know what was gonna come up, but I was just working, getting up shots, just out there, sun up, sundown. I was just out there till I got in. My coach brought me to the camp. Like, well, they have a B team if you want to try out. I went to the B team, and it's just like all that work over all those years just started catching up. So when I got out there, I started hooping. I was just like, it even kind of shocked me a little bit. It's like they were kind of high caliber. I'm talking about dudes, North Carolina, you know, VT, Virginia, like all D1s, SEC, all that. Like these are the guys we're playing against,
Yeah.
and I'm hanging. I'm hooping, cashing everything, and I'm just like, man, that's weird. So going into it was just because I wasn't used to. I didn't understand that work going to show itself at one point.
Mm.
All those years of me
Gonna
just
lead you
staying
to
in
where you
exactly,
yeah.
bro. That work really showed up right when it was supposed to. So playing on that level with those guys, and then you playing against like the top AAU teams all the time, that exposure, your level just automatically went up. So when I went back to high school for my regular team, like I said, it was just me and my cousin. He was already committed to go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just right there alone. Nobody really paid attention to me. So I started averaging like 25 and like 12, 14,
Mm-hmm.
something crazy, going for 40 because
Everybody's be like, "Oh, I remember you. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." Like everybody
I
go
did it was
crazy.
like, bro,
Nah,
where you come from? We knew
yeah,
about him, but we didn't know about you because I was
exactly.
just and all that work caught up with itself, bro. And then one of the coaches came down and see me and fell in love. He was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta sign you. We gotta sign you." That's how I ended up at Savannah State.
That's good, bro. That's good. All right. Second question: What are the most important skills which makes like a basketball player better?
I would say one of the most important skills for me is mentality. You know, I'm really, really big on your mental mind. Like I read, like we talk about, give you a couple books. You got to understand the mind. Once you start understanding the mind and the mentality, I know you heard they say basketball is like 90% confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You're building that confidence in your mind first. So your mentality has to be there. If your mentality is, you know what, I want to be a pro one day, and your mind is locked in on that, your body and everything else going to have to do the work to get there because you understand for me to get there, I have to do this. It can't be like I want to do it and I don't do the work to get to that point. It's understanding, like, okay, I want to be this, I want to do that. In order to do that, I have to do this. I have to put
Mm-hmm.
an unimaginable amount of work in. I have to study my craft. I have to find people that knows things that I need to know in my field. Like, okay, if I want to shoot better, I need to find out someone who's a great shooter, learn from them, see their technique. Rebounders, how do they rebound? Defenders, how are you defending? Really break the game down to a science to be able to be not just a pro, but to be a legend, to be great, like really
Mm-hmm.
breaking it down. So that's all mentality, you know.
Yeah,
That
I agree. I agree. Because like I see people out there, dogging other people in practice, whatever. But when game time shows up,
man, when the lights
when
turn
game
on,
time shows up, man, like it's like they on like a whole different like perspective of like,
yeah.
oh, they average 3 points per game now. Like what's happening with in practice. I mean, yeah, it determines what you put in at the game, but at the same time, it's all like in here. You feel me? So I
hmm There's many
man.
practice players. We always have that. It's always, I think every team in America, and no matter what, you always gonna have that one practice player. He's a killer in practice. But once them lights turn on, them real lights, once you get on that stage and they freeze up and it don't translate, that's mentality, man. You
Yeah,
ain't got it. You ain't there. I'll chill sometimes in practice. I'll be like, man, I just saying. But when them lights come on, it's
that's
game
when you really have to
time.
show out.
That's
Yeah, everybody
exactly.
wants to pop out. You feel me? So All right. Now we're gonna move on to question 3. If you had one thing you could have changed in your basketball career, what would it be?
You mean coming up or like in my pro career?
Just overall,
Change? There's nothing I would have changed. I don't see
like like you missing like a camp or a tournament or anything like that.
everything happened the way it's supposed to happen. And I accepted that a long time ago. Everything in my journey, even till now, to this day, it all is happening the way it's supposed to happen because I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do on my end. You can't control everything. I can't control everything. The only thing I can control was if I did my part. That's all you can be asked for. That's all I can ask you for is if you're doing your part. When I was
Mm,
going like that camp, when I went to that camp, I didn't get invited to the camp, and I wasn't, a high ranked player to play on the team supposedly, but that didn't stop me from doing my part. I still had to get up, go train,
mm,
go put the work in, and then whenever the opportunity, excuse me, whenever the opportunity presented itself, I was ready. They say success is when preparation meets opportunity. That's what success is. You always
mm.
prepared. You stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. And then when the opportunity comes, you're successful. My opportunity came like that because I was
Yeah, it all
I was
starts with
preparing.
hard work though. It all starts with hard work. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, going to the gym 2 times per day. If you
Hmm.
want to be, that great of a player, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I really, gain from you, like in knowledge and everything like that. So
Yeah, man. I really, that's just what made me. That's what my high school coach. Like I talked to your coach. He's a real good dude. I can already tell. And we was talking about you over there. It's just like you got the part down of just the work ethic. Like I said, my book coming out soon. And the second part of this, like the second chapter, is work ethic. If you don't have that work ethic in you, bro, it's not gonna happen. It's gotta be the work ethic. And I'm not talking about going to the gym and just shooting around. I'm talking about putting in work. Like we was in there, before everybody, we're gonna put up 1,000 a day, made.
mm,
Then who? It's got to be a different type of mentality. It's got to be. It can't just be I'm out here. I gotta enjoy the work. Then I gotta enjoy that part of it. I gotta enjoy just grinding. You know what I'm saying? Because it's necessary. You don't want to be who wants to be on a team like you're saying, averaging 3 points. That's what you're playing the game for. Yes, I made
right.
it. I'm a pro. I made it. But I'm averaging 2 points out here. You feel me?
Yeah,
That ain't going. I'm gonna let you know right now. It ain't going. That ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have a very, very, very. If you're fortunate to make it to an overseas and become a pro, it would be a very short-lived career. Very short-lived career, and that's what you don't
so
want that.
nah.
You know what I mean?
I,
You don't want that. You want to be in this game and have a career and take from the game to add to your life. Let that be fuel for you so you can know how to navigate. Because there's so much different nuances to this game that it's like you're going through a maze, bro.
yeah, up
Everything.
and downs. Hmm.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. What's your networking skills like? Like how good
Network.
are you on networking?
What you mean? Like what does networking mean? Like for you?
Okay, like one of the biggest things that I took from the game so far in my career is, it doesn't, as much as the work you put in and you do all this, you got to know somebody that can put you in front of that person. I believe
Mm,
the saying is like a 6 degrees of separation. You're 6 people away from exactly where you want to be. You're 6 people away, 6 or 7. I think it's 6 degrees. Yeah, 6 degrees of separation. So, but if you don't know how to talk to that one person to lead you to that next person, you're not going to get anywhere. That's what I mean by networking skills.
okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
to start networking.